So we've all been there. You know, you go to look at your schedule for the day and you got that one client on there that's just a giant pain in the ass. You know, they come in, they complain. They don't get on the schedule like you tell them to do. They might even complain about the price, tell you where to treat, how to treat, and overall just a real fucking nightmare. And we dread when we see these people. And what happens is they actually put us in a really bad spot and ruin us for the rest of the day. So on this podcast, I want to share how to stop taking shit from your clients, give you some real action steps, and let you know what's really going on when these people are being assholes and recognizing it to make sure it doesn't happen to you anymore. And lastly, give you the permission to tell those people to fuck off. I hope you enjoy the show. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soft Tissue Revolution podcast, where we show massage therapists how to make well over $100,000 per year, all while working less than 20 hours per week by learning to work smarter, not harder. Dr. Matt Maggio here. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to the podcast. I'm very appreciative every week of all the people that reach out, all the downloads we get, and people that have got a lot of value from this. It continues to keep me going and wanting to do this each week the best of my abilities. I am still in practice. I still see a good amount of patients myself per week. So this is a side project for me, but something that's really important and something that's that I want to continue to do. So getting support and feedback from all of you is really great. But I got a really good podcast this week. I'm finally starting to feel better. You know, I shared on my last podcast, you know, I was struggling with COVID and recovering, and I was having a little trouble breathing and all that kind of stuff. And you'll hear me every once in a while kind of take a breath in here, but definitely doing much better. Got my ass back in the gym, back to crushing it, doing really good and feeling motivated. Just a couple housekeeping notes before we go. I'm actually getting ready to go to our seminar in Phoenix next week. And we sold that one out pretty quick. Gonna have a really good, strong group down there and getting ready to start planning out 2022. You know, I get a lot of people that ask, hey, will you come to my city? Will you come here? I haven't really finalized the schedule yet. I live in Iowa, which is really cold and really snowy in the winter. So I'm looking to probably do something again, February, March, coming up here next year. And then I also opened up, and these have been really good. I call them small group trainings with specifically me and two other therapists in my own clinic in Iowa, where people come up. We spend about 8 to 10 hours together, and we really do some fine tuning stuff. And people have left those seminars feeling amazing, really confident in getting themselves on that path. Like I said, if you're not making fucking $100,000 per year and you're still working more than 20 hours per week, you're leaving a lot on the table, and I can show you how to do that. That's no bullshit claims. That's just the real results. If you come and learn from me, learn my system, learn everything that I've done over the last 10 years and really set yourself apart. So enough of me rambling on about that. So how to stop taking shit from your clients. You know, I got this idea a couple weeks ago. I was going to do this podcast, and then I was talking to a peak method trained practitioner the other day about the idea of like taking shit from clients. So I got a message, I don't know, a couple months back on IG from a former patient of mine. And he wrote in and he said, hey, Dr. Maggio, you know, I'm trying to figure out, you know, where I should go for treatment and all this. I saw you, you know, a few years ago, and you told me to do this, this, and this, and told me to come in for these treatments and do all that, but I didn't do that. What I really think I need is just some really deep adjustments. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, fuck this guy. Like, obviously you didn't fucking listen to me before. Now you're being a jackass coming in and telling me exactly what you need. And this was what happens. You get these pain in the ass clients, and they tell you how to do their job. They're a pain in the ass. They bitch about prices. They bitch about getting on the schedule, and they're really just a pain in the ass. And you continue to take them on. And I've done that too. Like I ate a lot of shit for a lot of years as I was building up, but think about where you are in your practice right now. Are you busy? Are you booked up? Then why are you taking shit from other people? So it's hard. And we don't want to, I said this the other day on the call with that practitioner. I said, you know, the hardest part for us is we just need to have these uncomfortable conversations sooner and just get to them and not deal with it, because we're always worried, oh, we're going to offend them or whatever. You see these people on your schedule and you're like, fuck that, man. They're going to ruin your whole goddamn day. And you know that. And that's what happens is like 5 to 10% of the bad eggs ruin it for everybody else. And then you're just like, shit, so-and-so is on my schedule. I got to deal with their bullshit. Them telling me that they're not any better, but they still go out and run a marathon every week, beat the shit out of their body. They smoke and they drink. They don't take care of themselves, but they're going to come in and blame me. It's like, fuck that guy. But you continue, our girl, it could be guy or girl. We'll be gender fluid here. But you just don't want to deal with their bullshit, but you do, and you continue to deal with their bullshit. So it just messes with you. You dread it. And don't let 5% of the people ruin it for everyone else, because that puts you in a bad spot. You look and you're like, fuck, I don't want to deal with this person, but you do anyway. So stop dealing with it. I'm going to show you how to stop dealing with these people and give you permission to tell people that are a pain in the ass to go fuck themselves. We are definitely hitting the explicit button today on the podcast. So I'm a student of psychology. Those of you who don't know, I actually have an undergraduate degree in psychology. And I learned a lot from that. I read a lot of books on like human nature and understanding people. And in any social situation, there's different types of traps. And one of these situations is called the alpha versus the beta trap. It's basically what's called a power frame. So in any situation, someone has to be the alpha and someone has to be the beta. And this is what happens a lot in our businesses and our practices. We end up getting put in that beta role, and the other person wants to be the alpha. And the ways they do that, and the way they try to control it, they control you on time, they control you on price, they control you on expertise. Like, oh, well, I read this article, or my friend's a blah, 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 and I saw this Instagram guy, all that type of shit. But basically what happens with these people that are assholes, they are egomaniacs, and they need to be in control, and they want to put you into the beta frame, and they crush you. And you just get put in that mode and that model, and it can really fuck with you. At the end of the day, do you have a unique set of skills? Do you have the skills to solve somebody's problem? Then you need to be in charge. They came to you for a fucking reason. If they know exactly what's wrong, or they can jam a lacrosse ball in there, or watch some bullshit video, or take some magic supplement or something like that, then why the fuck are they coming to you in the first place? They came to you in the first place because they want you to solve the problem. But if they keep putting you in that beta role, these are the people that don't do well with treatment. They come in and say treatment's not working. They don't follow the process. They don't get on the schedule like you should. And then they got the balls or the audacity to come in and tell you, oh, this ain't working. Treatment ain't working. Fuck that. It ain't working because they ain't participating. But they're going to continue to put you in that beta role. Don't get stuck in the beta role. The beta role is where you're the bitch. Yeah. And we don't want to be there. You are the leader. You need to be taken seriously as a healthcare provider. And when you get put in the beta role, you're fucked. And it goes back to the idea, and I talk about this all the time. Are you a service provider or a solutions provider? Service provider is someone where people think just because they pay you money, they can tell you what the fuck to do, what to treat, where to treat. You've had those clients who are like, yeah, I really need you to focus today in this area. It's like, where the fuck did you learn how to do this stuff? Where did you go? But we do it anyway. When you're a service provider, you get fucked. You sell your time for money, and that's it. And the client tells you exactly what to do, how to treat. They don't listen and stuff like that. You need to be a solutions provider. A solutions provider is someone that knows their shit. They confidently can do it. They fix it more efficiently, and they own their shit. And if you're struggling with that and you're having trouble with your communication, figuring out what's going on, go grab my free training. My free training will put you in a whole different level from there. But understand, if you're stuck in that service role, that beta trap, you're going to continue to have to deal with these dickheads and cause all these problems. So what to do to avoid these problems? I have 3 action steps. Number 1 is every single person that comes into my clinic, they sign a code of conduct. What that code of conduct means, you're going to get on the schedule when we tell you. You're going to be on time for your appointments. You're not going to cancel last minute. You're going to do the exercises we tell you to do in between, or you're going to not do the exercises that we tell you to do in between. You're not going to act like a jackass. You're going to treat your body right. We get the client to pay for all their treatment up front. You're like, oh my God, I can never do that. Fuck that. Personal trainers do it. Why not? So they pay for their treatment up front. They sign this code of conduct, and I have a 3 strikes rule. My 3 strikes rule is if you violate any of those things, you're more than 5 minutes late for 2 appointments. That's a strike. You cancel less than 24 hours. That's a strike. You're an asshole. That's a strike. You don't get on the schedule like I tell you. That's a strike. And you know what? We take all their fucking money when it's all said and done. So it holds people accountable. Usually what we have to do is we got to give a person a strike or 2, and that's it. And they really follow the process from where we are. And lastly is just get out of that scarcity mindset. You know, we're like, oh, these are the only clients that I have, and I don't want to piss this person off. Fuck that. There are so many other people out there that don't know about you that want you to solve their problem. And you're sitting like, oh, these 20 clients that I see a week, this is it. Fuck that. If you're in a big city or your big area, there's plenty of people out there that have problems, have injuries, that don't even know they exist, that you exist. They are literally crying themselves to sleep every night looking for a solution that you have, but they don't know. So tell that person to go fuck off. Get them off your schedule. It'll feel so much better and you won't have to deal with it. So yeah, have them sign a code of conduct. Everybody that works in my system and learns, they sign a code of conduct. It will hold people accountable and you won't get stuck dealing with the bullshit, last minute cancellations. not showing up on time, just being a fucking asshole. Like, we don't need to deal with that shit. If you have a truly unique set of skills, better than anyone else out there, you shouldn't have to deal with shit. You shouldn't have any pain in the ass people on your schedule. And if you do, get them the fuck off of there because you don't need them. I think that's all I got. Finally feeling some good energy today. Glad to be back on the podcast. Super excited next week to go and teach my methods in Phoenix. Got a great group coming. Be sure to follow all the social media channels, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, all that. Post a lot of information on there, a lot of useful content. Go grab the free training. Getting ready, like I said, to get all next year's courses on the books and approved. They are approved for all the CEU credits as well. So continuing education, and you can learn how to take your business and practice to the next level. I am rambling on too much, so I'm going to end it here. Appreciate you guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Thanks so much for listening. If you want help on the path to being able to double your income, all while working 50% less and being taken seriously as a healthcare provider, I have some great resources for you. Number 1, get access to our free training modules and introduction to my system, the Peak Method. Number 2, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Soft Tissue Revolution. Links to all of this can be found in the show notes. Lastly, if you like the show, please leave us a 5-star review and share it with others that you know it could help.